I'm here in Scottsdale, Arizona, right across the street from the Scottsdale Airport, in a strip mall. This is Hush.
Steak frites, table 20.
The food is just out of this world.
They do a really unique spin on lots of different dishes.
Curry cauliflower up in the window.
How'd you come cook?
Was working in an office on the 3rd floor of the building was Le Cordon Bleu. See all these guys with tattoos, playing with knives and fire. I was like, sign me up.
I was promised some Duck Confit Fried Rice.
That's
just
right.
what you expect here.
Exactly.
From a 6'5"?
Yep.
There we go. Got to get it right so I don't lose an inch of my life.
Duck fried rice.
The fried rice is incredible.
It has duck confit and a really beautiful sunny side up duck egg.
My new favorite item on the menu.
Take it away, chef.
We're gonna start with some duck legs, and we're gonna salt cure them. Kosher salt, pink salt, and a little bit of Chinese 5-spice. Black peppercorn, chopped garlic, dried bay leaf, fresh thyme.
How long are we going to dry brine this for?
24 hours. Give it a good rinse, and then we'll go into duck fat. 300 for about 2 hours.
Let them congeal, let them hold in the duck fat.
Then we pull and we take it all off the bone.
The duck on its own is ducklicious. What's up next?
We're making the sauce for the fried rice. Tamari, oyster sauce, and our brown sugar. From here, we're gonna make our ryu, which is a Japanese chili oil.
I like the way you're rolling.
Sesame oil, fresh chopped garlic, scallion whites, ginger, chili flake.
Just sit here and steep in some warm oil.
That's it. Now we'll make our duck fried rice. So we're starting with a really hot cast iron pan. We're gonna take some of that duck fat, a little bit of butter, chopped garlic, diced onion, diced carrot, day-old rice,
That day-old rice is the key.
duck confit.
Pass the peas, please.
You got it. Fry sauce that we made. While that's cooking, we fry a sunny side up egg.
Look at that, huh? That's a way to screw up any meal.
And then garnish with our ryu, chopped green onions, and toasted white and black sesame seed.
Ridiculous. What? Techniques are spot on. Peas weren't put in too early, didn't turn mushy. Carrot got enough cook. Garlic was saved by the onion to not burn. A little sauerkraut was built on the rice to get a little crunch to it. I mean, you just have all these little components that carry along. The kiss of the ryu. I mean, the star of this really is this unctuous duck. Your commitment to excellence on these dishes is what makes them all come out to the 9.9.
Duck fried rice up in the window.
Fried rice is amazing. It's texturally really on point.
You've just got that silky smoothness of the oil.
A little bit of crunchiness to the rice, and then when you break open the egg yolk, it just adds a little bit of sticky flavor to it. It's just amazing.
So I'm here in Chicago, one of my favorite food cities. I mean, they got it all here, every ethnicity, and one in particular, my favorite, Italian. So I'm here to check out a restaurant where this chef is a heavy hitter, and he's making fresh pasta, all of his pastas, and he's doing it right in the front window. This is Tortello.
Fire cacio e pepe.
I don't think you're gonna find a better pasta in Chicago.
It's fine dining in a casual, comfortable place.
Pisone alla gallarese.
We're having the Northern Italian style that's from Dario's family.
Which is something Dario Moni brought with him straight from Italy when he set out to spread his passion for pasta.
So I always dreamed to come to America, and I want to have a place where people come for pasta. My grandfather, he was telling me always focus on the quality versus quantity.
It gives me goosebumps because I see the education that you're giving people.
Duck pappardelle.
The duck is sauté with tomato sauce and homemade pappardelle. It's very, very good.
What are we on to next, chef?
Pappardelle all'anatra. We're gonna cure our duck. Fennel, porcini powder, sugar,
Okay.
red chili flakes, salt, black pepper. We're gonna put everything on top of this beautiful duck. We flip them up,
Okay.
marinate it overnight.
We'll go and make the pappardelle.
Let's do it. We fold them 2 times.
We're gonna cut this by hand?
We do rustic here.
That's a big pappardelle.
There we go.
Let it dry a little
Let it
bit.
dry a little
so
bit.
it becomes toothsome. All right, let's go.
All right.
Let's get some duck.
We're gonna do the duck stock. Olive oil, celery, carrots, onions, and garlic.
Ground tomato, so you get some of the texture.
We use everything from the duck as the bone.
Roasted those ahead of time.
Oregano,
Thyme, a lot of rosemary, and some bay leaf.
the water,
How long are we gonna let this simmer, chef?
3 hours. Now we're gonna make our duck sugo. Oil,
The dry brine duck. Put a nice crisp to the skin. Render some of the fat.
we take them out.
Gorgeous. And then use the rendered fat to make the sugo.
Olive oil, celery, red onions, carrots.
Garlic,
That's a Sangiovese. Put like a third of the bottle in.
in you or in the dish?
In me.
Oh, whole tomatoes.
crushed tomato, tomato paste, salt and pepper, and sugar. Let that come to a simmer. We add the duck stock. Sugo on top of our duck.
Let it cook how long?
An hour, we say.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that,
I have my fork ready.
separate the duck, please.
Oh, I felt it was rude to do it too early.
Oh, it's good.
If you don't like duck, you will love this. We're gonna save the sugo for the saute.
Oil, duck, passata, duck sugo, soffritto,
What's in the sofrito?
parsley, basil, olive oil. Pappardelle, we put in the water, a little bit of salt, homemade butter,
I like my pasta Roman style.
little crunch on the bottom.
You know it. And we finished the pasta in the sauce.
Correct. Parmesan on top, and then it's ready to go in the oven. Look at the crisp.
You just took that dish to like the next of the next of the next level.
Chives on top.
This right here, come on. I forget about baking pasta off and letting it get that little crisp on top of it. This is very special. You're giving your guests a chance to try some dishes that aren't so common. It's phenomenal.
That's the pappardelle duck.
Duck and pasta baked, have you ever had it?
No,
My buddy Michael lives here. We've had a lot of duck,
we've had a lot of duck.
but a dish like this.
This is unique.
What do you think of the pasta?
One of the best pastas I've ever had.
What?
It's got way more pasta than sauce.
He just stole the whole show?
Parmigiano.
Tortello is buonissimo. It's the best.
You have a creativity and you're not afraid to share with people the gigantic world of food. This is a cultural experience and a passport back to Italy. I'm here in Armory Square in Syracuse, New York. You see that joint right there? Shot Triple D there. It's called Kitty Hoynes. It's like the real deal Irish pub. And now I'm directly across the street. I mean, this is kind of like a Triple D double dip. This place here, I hear they make their own sauce, they make their own bread, and they make their own pasta. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Rolling out dough for a flatbread pizza topped with, get this, duck bacon.
It's really unique. There's nothing like it. Full of flavor. It's phenomenal.
All right, so give me the rundown. How are we doing this?
We're gonna do a rub first. We start with minced garlic, cracked pepper, sugar, fresh rosemary, fresh sage,
Bunch of salt,
and
a little pink hair dye.
pink salt. And I blend it all up. Now we're gonna put the rub on the duck.
How long are you gonna let this go?
7 days.
All right, so we're curing this duck is what we're doing. But we're really gonna be pulling the moisture out, which is gonna be great because that lends itself to when you smoke it, that it's gonna give it a chance to really tighten up and be nice and firm to make bacon, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, duck set to go. Smoker's ready,
Smoker's ready.
skin side up.
Yep.
So that's gonna go hour and a half, lump charcoal and a little bit of apple wood.
Yep. Now that duck breast is off, we make a little pomegranate syrup just to add a little more flavor.
Okay.
Now we're gonna slice this bacon.
Nice and
Very
thin?
thin.
So it'll crisp up a little bit. That might actually be sacrilegious to even put that on anything else.
Well, let's see it. Flatbread, we put a little garlic oil. Fresh mozzarella, so we like a lot of mozz on here. Dried cherries, you know, we like the sweet and savory. Caramelized onions. Our Humboldt Fog goat cheese.
Do you know why they call it Humboldt Fog?
No, I don't. I know it's foggy.
Do you see how I just distracted you while I ate that other piece of that duck, asking you random questions? So sly.
Why do they call it Humboldt Fog?
Humboldt is one of the most beautiful places in the world. But the crazy thing is we do get like this abundance. About as much fog as you just put on that pizza is the kind of fog we get.
Now, our smoked duck bacon.
In the oven for how long?
12 minutes.
And then we're gonna finish it the salamander just to put a nice little crisp on that on that bacon on top.
That's right.
Woo! Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
That's the final little crisp on that.
Oh, we put a little more pomegranate syrup on it.
Of course we do.
A little cracked pepper.
Basil, parsley. The crust on this flatbread is righteous. So the bread has such great hue. The fresh mozz, tartness of that cherry, a little bit of funkaliciousness coming from that Humboldt Fog. Nobody takes the lead role except the duck bacon. It's probably one of the best duck dishes I've ever had. Yeah, You jackpotted on that one, girl. Wow.
Excellent.
So I'm here in an area known as Noda, north of Davidson Street. And of course, you'd know that if you're from Charlotte, North Carolina, to check out a little brewery where they're making 8 to 14 different beers at a time. And I'm not really here for the beer. Yeah, right. I'm actually here because the chef is scratch making a menu that goes perfect with handcrafted beer. I mentioned they have beer? This is Heist Brewery.
Chicken and waffle tacos up.
Heist is definitely unique.
The beer cheeseburger.
They have great beer, and I don't think you can find better food.
This is ridiculous that this is work, okay? But owner Kurt Hogan wasn't always this casual at the office.
I'm a science guy. I was in biopharma for a little bit.
Then left to go back to business school.
I was homebrewing at the time, and I decided to make my hobby a reality. I met awesome people.
Who became partners, like head brewer Eric Mitchell and general manager Spencer Farrell. And then they added executive chef Scott Walker.
We sampled some of his food, and we're just like, all right, this is a guy.
Do you girls normally go to breweries?
We are from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so we grew up with...
Oh, that's right. Come from Milwaukee? That's like giving the blessing on a brewery. And how's the food?
Excellent. Flatbread's delicious, crispy, great flavors. Yep, Duck Confit.
Duck Confit Flatbread up.
Duck is not a common protein, but here it fits well with the overall menu.
Flatbread with the Duck Confit.
Yes, sir. All right, flatbread, high gluten, organic bread flour.
Big bowl.
Big bowl.
Into a smaller vessel. $5, some goes on the floor. Just start mailing in the money now. Yep.
Oh, yep.
Jeez, what a mess.
All right, salt, Heist Brewery beer, water. While the mixer's running, you're gonna add a little bit of oil.
So 5 to 10 minutes, pulls away from the side of the bowl.
Yep.
Cut it into portions.
And then let proof in the walk-in overnight.
Now we're getting a confit of duck. Whoa, the whole duck.
Hold up.
He's gangster.
Salt and pepper.
And a little bit of garlic.
Yep, rubbed in. Duck fat.
Nothing else.
Beauty's in the simplicity. We let the duck speak for itself.
Well, it's not doing much of that now.
It's not quacking at all.
Not what it's quacked up to be.
Nope. We're gonna wrap it with foil.
And we're gonna do this in the wood oven?
A minimum of 5 hours.
Pull it out, shred the meat. Then you use the leftover rendered skin and bones to make your next confit.
Yes, sir.
A nicely rolled out piece of flatbread.
We're gonna put a little bit of mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
We got duck confit next. Nice little bit of duck in every bite. Pickled shallots.
Our barbecue sauce?
House beer barbecue sauce.
Got it. How long is this gonna take?
2 minutes is what we're shooting for.
Oven's running about 650.
Yep.
Bring it. That's nice and thin.
So, duck confit. Some fried shallot. A little fresh chives.
More barbecue sauce?
Just to set the flavor off.
Yeah. If I didn't know better, with the richness and tanginess and the saltiness of what you're doing, you might be inspiring people to drink more beer. I'm going out on a limb, and I don't know if you've thought of this.
It's a side thought.
It's delicious. The way you make your dough, the way you put it together, it's dynamite. The confit duck is just enough. That's a great dish. You're putting as much time and energy and enthusiasm and attitude towards the food as they are over there making the beer.
Yes.
You're doing it right, man. They gotta love you here.
Thank you, Chef.
Congratulations, man.
The duck flatbread.
The bread is crisp and flaky.
Your barbecue sauce complements the duck confit perfectly, and then the fried shallots on top. Awesome.
You're fine with inducting them into the Charlotte Triple D family.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big deal.
Hands down.
Cuban with fries.
You guys are way too young. This is ridiculous that you get to drink beer and work.
Heard that.
And your chef, this guy is dangerous.
For sure.
Keep it up. I mean, try to keep the stress level down.
We'll do what we can.
So I'm here in the Crossroads Arts District of Kansas City, Missouri. Now, the food scene down here is just blowing up. So much so that this one guy you know might have opened a dive joint down the street with a taco joint, but that's just a shameless plug. Anyhow, I'm here to check out a joint where this chef has been blowing it up on the scene for 25 years. He's got a James Beard Award. He's doing Mediterranean, small plate, tapas, his way. You're gonna dig it. This is Extra Virgin.
Pickled onions going on top.
It's culinary bliss.
Boom, pecorino.
With some really adventurous dishes.
Bone marrow in the window.
My tonsils are always doing the zydeco when I eat like this food. Yeah.
And Michael Smith is the maestro of the menu behind this neighborhood's culinary renaissance. The food scene in KC is blowing up. You've been in the game a long time, and you've been one of the revolutionaries in that. What was the inspiration of the whole restaurant?
Mediterranean tapas. They go, topless? What, Michael? I go, no, tapas, tapas.
Guy needs his own show. I dig it, man. This is a fun joint.
Crab and chorizo fried rice.
Everything is incredible. You can stay normal.
Chicken in the window.
Or you can try things that you've never tried.
For example, here I have the duck tongue tacos. This play on traditional lengua with like beef tongue, but here done with duck tongue.
It does sound a little bit intimidating, but when you bite into it, it's all a perfect bite.
So what are we making?
Duck tongue tacos.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ducks and their tongues.
Their tongues.
I've harvested a lot of ducks, and I've never seen the tongue utilized.
You've been to a million Asian stores. I kept seeing the tongues. I'm thinking, there's got to be something we can put this on. So I thought, we'll make a taco. It just took off.
It took off. Get it? Sorry. That is one big duck.
We put some duck neck in it because it needs a little toothsomeness or something.
There's a bone in it.
Yeah, a little cartilage bone. It's about 1 inch long. Seasoned with some salt, a little onion, nice hot sauce, cilantro, peppercorns, garlic.
Achote paste.
Yep, it's good color.
And then a little water.
We're gonna put this in the oven and let it cook for about 3.5 hours, 300-ish.
Shred the meat off the neck, shred the meat off of the tongue, pull out that little cartilage piece. Put it together, buddy.
Oil first.
You're gonna get a little bit of the caramelization of that duck neck.
We've got scallions and cilantro in there.
Shells are done. Whoa, you go big.
Pickled onions, queso fresco.
Oh, I just bit my tongue. Delicious. There's a depth of flavor that's coming through, one, because of this fantastic marinade that you made. Two, with the richness of cooking something like the neck. I know it's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Now that one you've been sitting on for a while.
It's creative. The texture's great. The crispiness that you generate from neck meat to the tenderness that you get from the tongue. The acidic contrast that you get from the pickled onions. And then the little crunchy taco with it. That's some dynamite duck.
2 of the duck tongue tacos here for you. Even though it's duck tongue, you shouldn't be freaked out by it.
It's called a turducken. Just one of the handmade, homemade specialties transplanted New Yorker Mark Rebhan and his son Matt are cranking out.
Need some fries down?
At the restaurant and butcher shop, first opened by Mark's dad 32 years ago.
Well, basically, I mean, you have a chicken, a duck, and a turkey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this chicken and cut it right down the back. I call this a scissor cut here. You wanna get your knife tip in here. This is the oyster meat of the chicken, best part.
Right, now the duck.
Same way.
I like this.
All right.
This is kind of like culinary Disneyland for a dude like me.
All right.
Big turkey.
If I'm down far enough, this is gonna pull right out. Stock pot.
That was money, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, can I try this one?
Sure, absolutely. Be my guest.
I feel a good finger cutting coming in.
And you're just gonna kind of go down, pull the meat. There it is. Good job. We're gonna take the duck and the chicken. I'm gonna hit it with a little Cajun seasoning. Throw the duck down. Same with the chicken.
Chicken goes on a little, this is the super hot side, a little less hot.
Right. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, put some of them blackening seasonings on there. Virgin olive oil here. Get it into the seams, the pockets where you took the thigh bones out. A little blackening on this guy. And take some of this cornbread stuffing here. Now you're gonna go to your spinach stuffing here, and you're gonna put some andouille sausage.
And you guys make the andouille sausage also?
Here on premises. Some roasted red bell peppers.
Oh, that looks good.
Now you're gonna take your duck inside this turkey. You're not doing as much now.
Just kind of hiding him in there now.
Yeah, now we're gonna go to the chicken.
I bet you have a lot of friends come Thanksgiving and Christmas time.
You're just gonna take it, and you're gonna bring it up and turn it like this. Sometimes it's best to have a friend help you hold it. I grab it.
Let me see if I can find somebody. When is your spring clothing line coming out? You're really doing a Mac job. Dude, you make that look so easy. That might be one of the best looking, uncooked food items I've ever, I mean, it's just beautiful.
You just want to kind of set it up in here.
Now, how long does Superbird take?
This Superbird here is going to take about 12 to 13 hours at 200 degrees.
How many?
12 to 13 hours.
Hot.
1, 2, 3. All right. I feel better.
I say, hey, you do.
I'm gonna cut it right down the middle.
Steam coming off that. Oh, you should smell that. Holy moly.
How's that look for you?
Oh, man.
It's a good combination.
Definitely the richness of the duck and the fat. And then, you know what I pick up in there is the andouille. And the chicken has such a lighter texture than the turkey.
Yeah.
That is a flavor fest right there.
Now, at Triple D, I think I've seen them all. I've seen the delicatessens, I've seen the diners, I've seen the sandwich shops, I've seen the corner stores, you name it. But I'm here in Richmond, Virginia, where this couple has resurrected an institution. They've brought it back using their own little funky style. This is Pearlie's Restaurant and Delicatessen.
Walking in, beef knish.
There's nothing I've ever tasted or been to that's like Pearlie's.
The Pearlstein for you.
This is nothing like your regular delicatessen or diner.
That's because Rochelle and Kevin Roberts are mixing his master cooking with the food her bubby used to make.
I'm Jewish,
Okay.
and there was nowhere to get this food.
Where'd you get all the recipes?
Family recipes that have been tweaked, collaborations between the two of us.
They have a lot of items on their menus you're not going to find in other places. For instance, the potato and duck pierogies.
Potato and duck pierogies.
You ever had pierogies before?
These pierogies are better than any other pierogies that you can find. Creamy, hearty, moist.
All of a sudden, he's taking over the show. He's starting to give the whole description of everything. I just asked him if he'd had pierogies before. How are we starting this thing off?
We're gonna make some pierogi dough.
Okay.
Eggs, sour cream.
It's the way I always make my pierogi dough.
Water and salt. AP flour.
How long are we gonna let this mix up?
For a few minutes, and then we wrap it up and let it rest in the refrigerator. All right, so now we're gonna make the cure for the duck legs.
Okay.
White sugar, brown sugar, sumac, and some kosher salt.
So, breakfast and lunch?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And you're taking all the time to make confit duck legs?
Why not?
Does she let you go home? I mean, do you just stay here?
She likes it when I'm home, actually, yes.
You didn't have to say it in a sultry voice like that.
Crushed juniper berry, raw garlic, fresh thyme, the duck legs on top of this, and then we'll reverse the order.
And we're gonna do it again?
Yep. The garlic, and then the juniper.
How many days are on your calendar?
Just the 7.
How many hours?
60.
60 hours a day? That's what I figured you were working.
Refrigerated overnight, and then we'll cook them in the schmaltz.
The almighty schmaltz.
2 to 3 hours.
What are we on to now?
Now we're gonna make a roast tomato ketchup, which is gonna go into the sauce for the final dish.
Going to the sauce.
Roma tomatoes, chopped garlic, dried oregano, some dried basil.
Salt and pepper. And roast these off what temp?
350-degree oven for about an hour. Put it in a container with tomato paste and puree it until smooth.
Okay, chef.
Now we're gonna make the filling for the pierogies. Boiled potatoes, green onions, some of the duck leg confit, mixed peppercorn blend, kosher salt. Mash it around. We're gonna add a little bit of that reserved duck fat.
So this whole process is by hand, and then we haven't even got into the rolling out of the dough.
That is correct.
Oh my goodness. And you don't have a sheeter?
I do not have a sheeter.
I'm gonna get you one for your birthday. When's your birthday?
My birthday was Monday.
Oh, I missed it, sorry. Maybe at least a bigger rolling pin, huh? That come with an easy bake oven?
We'll cut our dough, brush it with a little slurry of cornstarch and water.
Slurry up.
Pierogi filling.
How are we cooking these from here?
They go into a boiling pot of water.
All of this activity going for one item on the menu.
That is correct.
You're a busy man.
So we're gonna start with duck fat, pierogies, shiitake button mushrooms.
The ketchup that we made?
I like to char the ketchup.
Oh, me too, always.
Cooked mirepoix. Duck stock, cover and let it reduce.
What do we do now?
Wait.
Okay, good talk.
All right.
Voila.
And we top it off with a little chive sour cream.
I don't know that the word pierogi describes this. It's like calling my Camaro a car. That's a vintage hot rod.
Yeah.
Great duck. The duck jus reduction that the pierogi soaks up. The vegetables, the mushrooms, the little kiss of that roasted tomato sauce. This is like I've been going to all the movies in black and white. And then today I went to IMAX. Dynamite.
Thank you.